What's going on, everybody? DemiGodReviews here. Before I get started, I just wanted to clarify and specify that this is a quickie review. Since A, I'm doing this off my phone, and B, I'm reviewing a mobile title which will be happening a lot more on the channel than you know this year, I just wanted to clarify and specify that for those listening and watching. So without further ado, let's get started with the PUBG mobile review. That's right, folks, your eyes are not deceiving you. The titan of a title, the boomer in Battle Royale, is now on mobile, and that is PlayerUnknown's BattleGrounds, aka PUBG. Following in the footsteps of Fortnite and Epic Games, and following up after his Xbox port last year, PUBG Corp and Tencent decided to follow up, giving it a port to mobile and implementing both free-to-play incentives and PC-like options for cell phones on PUBG Mobile, while staying true to the PUBG playstyle with solos, duos, and squads, and what is known as seasons for mobile players only. When I first began playing PUBG Mobile, I didn't know how it would fare exactly in controls, optimization, and servers. But as I played and got into my groove kind of quickly, I'll say, I began to have both moments of love for PUBG Mobile and major gripes as I played. So let's get into the pros and cons of this title, as it does have its fair share of both exactly. My first pro for PUBG Mobile is that PUBG Mobile is insanely optimized for cell phones. The iOS version runs smoothly once you're loaded in. PUBG Mobile even picks your recommended specs based off what kind of cell phone you have, and even runs better than the Xbox One version at times, which says a lot about the optimization for the mobile version itself. My second pro for PUBG Mobile is that the control schemes work for this edition. You have three major styles to choose from. Left is movement, right is to shoot, and pan the camera around. It works really well in those options and moving things to your inventory, healing, etc. It's really good for this version and does a great job of what it's supposed to do. It's definitely a pro for me. My next pro for PUBG Mobile is that the servers are not only working for all three game modes and types, but also you can drop back in if something happens like a disconnection or if the app force closes, and which is cool to see in a BR title like PUBG, and it's definitely a pro for me. My last and final pro for PUBG Mobile is that I like the reward system that PUBG Mobile gives you. Depending on how well you play and survive, you can grade it all the way from S rank to F rank. It's really cool to have implemented as it strives you to do better to survive and live longer. It's definitely a pro for me. However, my first con for PUBG Mobile is that the shooting and aiming isn't all the way perfected yet. It's still rough around the edges, and sometimes the control scheme does not work with it. It could use more updates, honestly. It's definitely a con for me. My next con for PUBG Mobile is that the scopes for the guns, specifically the 4X and 8X scopes, immediately sense the game to increase frame rate lag when zoomed in. Both of these scopes seems to do this no matter what gun, what area, wherever you're at, it always does this. It's a con for me. My next con is that certain items will stop mid-action when consuming them or using them. I ran into this glitch multiple times in a match where I consistently stopped healing, drinking, and my finger was on the button to do these actions like so. It's definitely a con for me. My last and final con for PUBG Mobile is that the server detection and MS spikes out of nowhere. It can be 50 1 minute, 130 the next, 48 here, 75, and continue fluctuating even when nothing is on or anyone else is on it. The servers need work, and so does the hit detection. It's a con for me. But all in all, PUBG Mobile has great potential and is already at a great start with great optimization, a nice control scheme method that simplifies a lot of needs, having every mode working and dropping just in case something happens, and lastly, the rating grade is just great. However, the shooting and aiming still needs work, the scopes for weapons need to not cause input and frame rate lag when zooming in, the glitch and consumables needs to be fixed immediately, and the server itself needs more work. But with that being said, I'll be giving PUBG Mobile a 3.5 out of 5. Alright guys, that concludes my review of PUBG Mobile. Be on the lookout because I will be reviewing Fortnite Mobile and the Tales mobile games as well. Those will be on the channel, so be on the lookout for those as well. Also, I will be having main reviews this week between the Devil May Cry HD collection for Xbox One, Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered for Xbox One, Shadow of the Colossus for PS4, and Dragon Ball FighterZ for the PS4. Be on the lookout for those also. Also, I'm bringing back Bruce in the Backlog. We're playing Umbrella Corps for the PS4. We're going to be finishing up all the previous games I didn't finish up, but we're playing Umbrella Corps. Links on my Twitch and Twitter in the description box below where you can follow me. And check out my previous review on past career, my episodic reviews on Life is Strange Before the Storm. Until next time and until the next review, guys, we'll tune in, turn up, and throw down. I'm out, and I thank you guys for watching.